You build something with AI, and for about 3 weeks, it feels like magic. Then it falls apart in your hands, and you quietly walk away from the thing you were so proud of. I want you to sit with that because it is the most common story in this entire space right now. And almost nobody selling you the dream will say it out loud. Here is how it goes. You open the AI, you describe the app you want, and it builds fast, faster than you believed was possible. Day one, you have something on the screen. Day three, it actually does a thing. Week one, you're telling your friend you built software, and you did. It feels incredible. And honestly, you have every right to feel that way. Then week two comes, and you go to add the next feature. And something that used to work just stops working. No reason you can see. So you fix it. And while you're fixing it, two more things break somewhere else. You fix those. Now the first thing is broken again. That is week three. And week three is where the magic dies. The thing you were so proud of has turned into a machine that breaks faster than you can patch it. And eventually, you do the only thing left to do. You give up on it. You close the laptop, you walk away from the thing you were so excited about a month ago. And somewhere in the back of your head, you decide that maybe this whole AI thing is overhyped after all. I'm telling you this because it happened to me. And then I figured out exactly why it happened and how to make sure it never happens to you. That is the whole video. Stick with me because the part at the end, the actual fix, is the part nobody gives away. Real quick, because you have a choice about who you listen to, go watch 10 other AI videos and you will hear the same word over and over. Unbelievable. This is unbelievable. That is unbelievable. You have got to see this. It is unbelievable. If you are as worn out about that as I am, you're in the right place. I'm Alex. About a year ago, I could not write a single line of code. Now, I turn AI into real leverage. And on this channel, I show you exactly how. No hype, just what actually works. And before we get into why it collapses, one quick question, because it is the whole fix in advance. Want to know how I get AI to build things that actually hold up instead of the boat full of holes most people end up with? It comes down to structure, and I will give you mine for free. The build kit hands you the exact setup behind everything I build. Then the free course shows you how to use it, start to finish. Both are linked below in the description. Grab the build kit first because the kit is the frame this whole video is about. Let me take you back to my first builds because I need you to know I am not talking down to you from some mountain. I was you, worse than you probably. My first builds failed, flat out failed. Not the kind where they needed a little polish. They collapsed. I would get something working, feel like a genius for an afternoon, and watch it come apart by the next morning. I lived inside that loop. Fix one thing, break two. Patch the two, the first one comes back, over and over. I started calling it whack-a-mole because that is exactly what it felt like. You smack one problem down and another one pops up the second you turn your head. You're moving as fast as you can and you're getting nowhere. The picture that really stuck with me was one of those old commercials, the boat with the holes in it. You jam your finger in one hole to stop the leak and the pressure just finds the next weak spot. And now there's water coming in over there and over there. You were out of fingers. The boat is still sinking. That was my software, a boat full of holes, and me plugging them one at a time, going down anyway. And I want to be honest about what that actually cost me, because this is the part that highlight reels leave out. I was putting in 16, 18-hour days, real ones, and I was going in circles, not building, circling. I would untangle one knot and tie 3 more without meaning to. I felt like I was working harder than anyone and moving backward. There were nights I genuinely wondered if the whole thing was a lie. If AI just could not do what everyone said it could. It can. I was just doing it wrong. And here is the thing I most need you to hear, because it changes everything. The collapse is not bad luck. It is not the AI being dumb. It is not you being dumb. The collapse has one cause, and it is the same cause every single time. There's no structure underneath what you built. Let me make that real, because it is the whole ballgame. When you tell the AI to build me an app, you have given it almost nothing to work with. So it does the only thing it can do. It takes the shortest possible path to something that looks finished. It guesses. It makes 100 little decisions you never see just to get to something on the screen. And every one of those invisible guesses is a hole in the boat. They're fine on their own. The problem is they do not know about each other. So when you come back and ask for the next feature, AI guesses again, fresh, with no memory of why it made the first 100 choices. And the new guess steps on the old one. That is your break. That is not a glitch. That is what building with no structure looks like. Every time, guaranteed. You did not get unlucky. You built the tower out of guesses, and you're shocked it is wobbling. I think about a house here because it lands. Nobody frames a house by grabbing wood and nailing boards wherever they feel right. You would have a pile of lumber that looks like a house for about a day, and then the first real wind takes it. A real house gets built on a foundation, then a frame. The frame is what every other piece hangs on. It is boring. Nobody posts a photo of the frame, but the frame is the entire reason the house is still standing 10 years later. Most people building with AI right now are nailing boards in the air. No foundation, no frame, just speed. And speed with nothing underneath is not progress. It is a faster way to build something that falls down. So let me tell you what actually pulled me out of it, because this is the turn. This is where it stopped being whack-a-mole and started being a real build. It was not a better prompt. It was not a smarter model. It was not some secret phrase you type to make the AI behave. I went looking for all of those. But none of them fixed it. What fixed it was structure. Putting the frame up before I built the house. The first piece was almost stupidly simple. A folder system. A real place for everything. So the AI was not guessing where things lived or what mattered. Suddenly, it was not working in the dark anymore. It could see the shape of what we were doing. The next piece was rules. Actual written rules for how the project works, what it's allowed to do, what it must never do. Because here's what I learned the hard way. If you do not give the AI the boundaries, it invents its own. And it invents different ones every time you talk to it. The rules are the guardrails that stop it from wandering off and breaking the thing that already worked. Then, documentation, writing down what we are building and why. So the knowledge lives in the project instead of only in your head. So that tomorrow, the AI picks up exactly where you left off instead of starting over and guessing fresh. Next, verification. And this one changed how I think about all of it. The AI will tell you it is done. It will say it cheerfully. Done does not mean done. Done means generated. The only thing that counts is verified. So you make it prove the work. You check. Your plumber does not just swap the part and walk out the door. He turns the water back on and watches the pipe. It's the same idea. You make it show you it works before you believe a single word of it. That one habit kills more week 3 collapses than anything else I do. And the last piece, the one that honestly took me the longest, was standing up the right setup underneath all of it, the proper foundation for the whole build. I am almost embarrassed to tell you how many times I rebuilt that. I tore the foundation down and started over something like 10 times. I kept getting partway in, hitting a wall, realizing the base itself was wrong, and ripping it out to start again. That was painful. But every teardown taught me what the foundation actually needed to be. Quick gut check before the rest of this. Is this landing? If it is, do two things. Hit subscribe, because this right here is the whole channel. No hype, just how to actually use this stuff so it holds up. And if you want to stop watching your builds fall apart and start building ones that last, that is exactly what the free course and the build kit are for. Both free, and links are in the description. Grab the kit first. All right, back to the moment it all clicked for me. And then one day it clicked into place. The folders, the rules, documentation, verification, the foundation, all of it standing together, and the entire experience changed. AI was not guessing anymore. The system knew where we were. It knew what we were doing. It knew where we were going. And for the first time, we were building with intention, on purpose, with a plan, instead of flailing in the dark and praying. The braking stopped, not slowed down. Stopped because there was no more invisible guesses stacking up, crashing into each other. Every piece had a place. Every decision had a reason that was written down. The boat did not have holes anymore because I had finally built an actual boat instead of patching a sinking one. And I'm not telling you this from theory. This is the exact approach behind Scale B.O.S.S, a real multi-tenant software platform that actual businesses run their operations. I built it this way, and it costs less to build than it costs to publish the book it is based on. I am building my next one, Revistat, in public right now, the same way on the same structure. Brain in this video is not a nice idea. It is the thing real software is standing on. Now, I need to make something really clear, because this is the part that should change what you do tomorrow. I didn't get stronger. I did not get smarter between the builds that failed and the one that worked. I'm the same person. The only thing that changed is that I built the structure first, instead of hoping I would not need it. That is the entire difference between the people whose project collapses week 3 and the people whose projects are still running a year later. It is not talent. It is not some gift for code. It is whether the frame went up before the walls. And let me be blunt with you, because the people selling you the magic never will be. If you skip this, you will pay for it. You will pay for it in week 3 when it breaks. You will pay for it when in your own hours, the 16-hour days I burn going in circles, and a lot of you will pay for it by quitting, by walking away from something that could have worked, and blaming the AI for a mess that never was the AI's fault. The structure is not the expensive option. Skipping the structure is the expensive option. You just pay the bill later with interest. Here's the good news, and it is genuinely good. Everything I have just described, the whole show, the whole slow, painful climb, the 10 rebuilds, the months of circling, you do not have to do any of that the hard way. I already did all of it the hard way for you. The frame is figured out. The system exists. The folders, the rules, the documentation, the verification, the order you put them in. It is a method, a repeatable one. The learning curve I crawled up over months, I can hand to you and flatten it down to a fraction of that time. Because that's the real lesson of all of this. The collapse was never the AI failing. It was structure missing. Build the structure up front, and the week 3 collapse simply does not come. There is no mole to whack because you never left the holes in the boat to begin with. You build it right the first time. And right the first time is the only thing that actually lasts. That is what separates a demo from a real project. A demo looks great for a week. It is a magic trick. A real product survives contact with the real world week after week because there's a frame holding it up that you cannot see. Anybody can make the magic trick now. The AI hands that to you for free. Making the thing that lasts, that is the actual skill. That is the whole game. And it is a skill, which means you can learn it. So here is exactly what to do next. If you're ready to build the thing that holds, everything you need is free and waiting. The build kit gives you the structure, the exact frame I just walked through. The free course walks you through the whole method, step by step. The folders, the rules, the documentation, the verification, all of it in order. Both are linked right below this video. So go grab them and grab the build kit first. If this video made the collapse finally make sense, hit like and subscribe because everything we make here is exactly this. Using AI as real leverage, building things that last without the hype. And if you're sitting there thinking, okay, I believe you. The structure is the answer, but show me the whole thing put together. I made one video about that walks you through the entire system end to end. How I actually built a real company on this exact frame, start to finish. It's the next thing you should watch, and go watch that one right now. It's the whole game in one sitting, and it is the difference between magic that dies and software that lasts.